Hey yo, Reset here, and what you're about to see is my master's thesis presentation from my time in the MPTI program at Berklee College of Music. I graduated from the program back in 2021, and the only reason I'm releasing this now 3 years later is because a large part of my new album was conceptualized when I was in Spain. I hope you've been enjoying my new album, Digital Voyage Volume 1. It's been so incredible seeing the response and hearing everyone's thoughts on the album so far. It really fills my heart. There's such a warm reception. If you haven't seen it yet, it's my new visual concept album, which talks about the story of these two characters, Red and Blue, the story of the two of them going on this adventure between realities and the digital world. I don't want to spoil too much, but I highly recommend checking out the trailer that my sister Emily and I put together, as it tells the story of the events prior to the album. There's a whole bunch of storytelling and themes of just coming of age, grief, loss, freedom, and I hope you dive in and dig into that. I'll leave a link to the video playlist of the full album experience for you to check out in its entirety. Anyways, what you're about to see is my video defense that I presented in front of a panel of industry professionals. It showcases my time at Berklee and the inception of my culminating experience project from start to finish. Mind you, I did mix and make this video like way back then, so my skills have changed a lot and the music has changed considerably since then. It's like way more polished now. In any case, please enjoy my thesis defense.
Sound and light are interconnected. Through music, I can explore vast landscapes that fill the air. Through light, I am able to bring my visual creations of animation into the physical realm, lighting up the dark with my launch pads and projector. It started in my first year of undergrad. I see these viral videos of people performing electronic music by hitting buttons on a grid. The flashing lights and colorful art amazed me. I was captivated. Players memorizing all the buttons, making lights flash across every pad. I didn't understand what was going on or how it happened. I just knew I wanted to do that myself. So I made an impulsive purchase, watched a few tutorials off YouTube, and took off playing the Launchpad, absolutely enthralled. Fast forward a few years, I'm in my last year of undergrad, having gained a deeper understanding of light programming and music production. At the time, I created one of my most produced and technical tracks that brought me up to a whole new quality of production. Elevate was the first track that started it all in terms of the sonic landscapes that I wanted to capture for my sound. I had a capstone project where I needed to perform 30 minutes of electronic music, and I pictured creating a multimedia set with flashing DMX lights and a smoke machine and a huge crowd, and while that didn't happen due to the sudden lockdowns of the pandemic at the time, I would save this vision of a large multimedia performance in the back of my mind. After getting accepted to Berklee, I learned of projection mapping, and this opened up a whole new frontier of possibilities for me. To give some context, Launchpad lights are essentially programmed MIDI notes with values displayed as light. The length of a note determines the duration of the light, the velocity represents the color, and the note name indicates which small square is displayed. When you trigger a MIDI note, it will play whatever sample it is assigned in the drum rack, as well as trigger the MIDI clip that contains the desired visual pattern. I had learned that it was possible to trigger a projected map visual using this singular MIDI message. This gave the project a sense of familiarity through some of the hardware I was using, but also exploring new grounds for myself in sound, visuals, and physical mediums. This filled me with so much excitement, pushing my known boundaries and combining them to create new heights. Early on, I ran a test for a proof of concept with these technologies. This was a much more simplified test using only 4 animations. This performance was at the core of the multimedia setup, with audio running out of Ableton, Launchpad lights out of Apollo Studio, and video from After Effects mapped through Resolume Arena. I locked down the current mix of the songs in April, leaving just about a month to finish all the animations. Honestly, at this point, I was worried and stressed out. The set design was halfway complete. The animations took up twice as much time as I had to animate both the Launchpad lights and the projection map. I also wanted to allocate time for rehearsals and doing dry runs in the venue to set a plan for both the live sound, installation setup, and performing in the space. The physical set design of the project went through a few iterations, utilizing a simpler cardboard box design in the first draft, and then later finding some sticks to build a tent which later informed the final design, and through feedback, it was suggested to be more intentional with the set design, so I was able to incorporate my logo and opt for the pyramids as the geometric triangles are on brand with my logo. But it was too good to be true. The computer was already overloaded running both Resolume and Ableton Live, let alone Apollo Studio. I was stuck. My proof of concept project was less CPU intensive, not accounting for how complex my final choreographed CE would be. Luckily, I had a one-on-one session with audiovisual duo The Silence. Through their help, they suggested running my animations through OSC on another computer, relieving my computer from running one major program. In the final few weeks of the recording day, I am entirely thankful for the help of my wonderful friends and mentors. Alicia Zaid for her insight on music production, helping me make improvements and clean up my mix. Marta Verda for her advice on the visual aspect of the presentation and also offering her availability for me to practice in Sala E several times. Nicholas Pang for helping me move my setup to and from school for rehearsals as well as covering all my live sound needs for audio recording. Kanishk Seth for running the cameras, as well as Manuel Bandia, Nanqing Lee, Calvin McCormack, and Ricky Young for offering their support in setup and equipment. And also thanks to all Berklee MTTI staff for helping me make this project a reality. Here is the result of my research and work. This is Digital Voyage, the story of a human soul lost in an escapist fantasy world, where each song reflects a part of my musical identity, from my own internal sound design of beatboxing to the music that I enjoy listening to and making. I hope you enjoy this passion project thesis of mine, Digital Voyage.
Don't walk out there alone and stay in the cold. Don't be there till sunrise and fresh sheets of snow. Where will you go now? What do you know? Lost finding a heaven in our old shadows. Your first light is just my afternoon. Our moonlit skies are flipped and not in tune. Maybe then one day we will see eye to eye, face to face, hand in hand on blue tides. The ocean fills our empty void inside. world outside. I hear the winds, the birds just calling us to arrive. Maybe we can go see the world, but we don't know. Will you go try this with me?
Thank you so much for watching my thesis defense. If you want to see the full 15-minute performance of my culminating experience project, I'll have it linked in the description and maybe somewhere on screen now. I'll also be leaving links in the description for you to enjoy all aspects of my album, from the new merch that's available that you can grab right now, the live stream listening party VOD for you to experience the launch of the event as well, and a new Spotify playlist that I made that shows all the inspirations behind every single song. If you like what you heard, please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the album down in the comments below. Dive into my new world of Digital Voyage. Take care.